God, this is amazing. If this is what it's going to be like in the next 12 months, I am going to be... Oh, sorry. Apologies, I was just taking a look at the latest edition of the Oculus Rift. It's a special edition designed just for me. The Metal Gear Solid edition, complete with cardboard box. It's like Google Cardboard, but less complicated. Anyway, as you can see from the title, it's GDC, PAX East, Life for Universe and everything. So I'm stealing stuff from Douglas Adams, or borrowing it, I guess. So yeah, a lot of stuff has happened, mainly relating to those two, so I just wanted to touch on some of the things here for a change, you know, rather than going on a general topic. We'll actually go with what's in the news and my thoughts on it. So, I just guess going in the order, we'll start with the virtual reality. That is virtual reality. So, Project Morpheus is confirmed to be coming at some point in 2016. I think in the first half of the year, they've said. They haven't really specified for what purpose exactly, but it will be coming then. Apparently, from what the people have said with the demos, it's a step up from where it was, shall we say, from the previous incarnation. Oculus Rift, I think, had its latest development version there, again getting a lot of good responses. Samsung's headset thing, I don't think Google Cardboard was there, but the big one was Valve doing a partnership with HTC for the Revive, I guess that's what it's called, the RE Vive, the Religious Education Vive. No, it probably isn't called that. So in essence, what that is, from what I can tell, an HTC phone, sort of similar to the Samsung one. A screen of that caliber basically being there and immersing you in it that way. Obviously, this is all down to what people can see, and clearly, because this is now becoming a big thing and not just a one-off fad, it seems like the Oculus Rift was right, but the other big companies, I might have to try this now. Which either means I'm going to have contact lenses, or I'm going to be very blurred when I see some of this stuff. Because I think I have to see it now, even though I won't be able to see it, because it will all be like, I can't read it, I can't see anything. So, you know, I will see, but it certainly looks promising. There were rumours about Nvidia doing something regarding headsets as well, but I'd say they took a step forward and a step massively sideways at the same time. So at their press conference that they had, which is the only real big thing to sort of catch from the GDC events that happened, there was some stuff regarding Microsoft and idea Xbox stuff, because obviously there's a lot of indie developers in San Francisco over the last few days. A lot of people there, but in reality, the only big one of any public knowing, because all the others I think were done behind closed doors and everything, was, yeah, the Nvidia one. So they debuted an Android TV device labeled the Nvidia Shield, which, for those of you that already know, the Nvidia Shield already came out as a portable gaming thing, which didn't work. But I guess they're so confident with the name, they're going to stick with it. In terms of its size, it's about that big. I mean, probably is it? It's probably like that thickness, roughly, but sort of the size of a DVD case or something. But it's sort of this slim size. Apparently, it's different on all four different edges, so it's not equal. Something weird. But the important thing is the chip that's inside it. I think it's the Tegra X1 that they named it. The chip is twice as powerful, well, pretty much I think twice as powerful as the chip that's in the Xbox One. yeah, and at first I was sort of skeptical about this, going, why are they doing this? This seems like a very weird move. And then they showed, to me, 2 or 3 very key games. First being Talos Principle, and then, as they jokingly made a side to it, it runs Crysis, which is well known in terms of PC gamers to be a very computer intensive thing. And from the stream that I saw, which obviously won't convey exactly the quality of what it would have been to the people watching it live, even on a projector, it looked like it was top-notch PC quality, which is impressive for something, roughly that size, give or take. So then they announced that not only would it come with a gaming controller and a standard controller because it's an Android TV device, but that it would also only cost $200. There's no word yet on international pricing, but in terms of, I'd say, considering taxes and everything, I'd say it's probably going to be £200 as well. But for the quality of stuff that you're getting through that device, you won't be able to play like every single game because it's just certain ones that NVIDIA have got the rights to. I think at launch they said there's going to have big ones like Batman Arkham Knight, Witcher 3, Shadow of Mordor, Dying Light, things like that. But Resident Evil Revelations 2. And there's like another one that I'm really pleased to see, sort of on a PC platform, although obviously isn't, is GTA Chinatown Wars. Because that would be the first time, I think, other than 3DS and probably on Sony PSP, I think it did come out, that it's coming. Which I approve of because, I'm a sucker for the GTA franchise. Oh, that got announced as well. More trailers for the heists. Which they're doing the hype stuff well for that, but regardless, I might talk about that next week. And various different things. Probably one relating to the box. But I'll bring that up this week as well, because that was the news. Anyway, got distracted, as ever. So yeah, $200 for this device, which at the price point, I'm sort of amazed. I'm pretty impressed by the fact that they can offer it for $200. The snag is, and also the awesome thing is, and I'll explain to you why it's awesome, is they're also providing a cloud streaming service. In essence, to get the basic standard version, you will have to pay a subscription. And then if you want the top-notch one, there's going to be like a premium subscription where for like big games like Witcher 3 or Arkham Knight or Shadow of Mordor, when you press to download them, within roughly 60 seconds, the game will be in some way able to be played on... basically, you'll be able to play it in roughly about a minute from having pressed the purchase button or download button, which is pretty impressive. Obviously, we'll have to see if it goes right with good internet connection, or crap internet connection, I guess is the most appropriate thing. But the fact that they sort of made it as 3 announcements when actually it was 1, because it was the one device doing all 3. Because the supercomputer that they said is basically the server system that is the cloud system that powers the game, the game cloud streaming service. So it's not hugely different at all. But it's certainly something that has me... The reason why I say the streaming thing is a good thing is because it means that on Live, which launched like 2-3 years ago, and was pretty... Actually, it might have been 4 years ago. It launched and was pretty crap. Now that NVIDIA's doing it, okay, they haven't got a great library just as of yet, but because it's an NVIDIA name and not one that sort of disappeared without trace, On Live were first to, On Live were the first to do it, and now they're paying the price for it because Nvidia's clearly going to make sure that it actually is a working thing and it's going to work well and it's going to be good for them. Also, from what I could see, the games that people could buy on the system were about the same price as they would be on Steam or on other consoles. So it's $60 for Witcher 3 or Shadow and Mordor or Batman. They're not inflating the prices like they did on the OnLive system. So I think, yeah, bye-bye OnLive. I don't want to say good riddance to you, but it didn't really do anything, so yeah, those were sort of the big things. Of course, with the HTC headset, there was the whole hype of, Half-Life. And, of course, that turned out to be completely nothing. The only thing they sort of did announce is that the Source 2 engine is now officially live. Which, of course, means that the games that are supposed to be supposedly developed for it, aka Left 4 Dead 3, Half-Life 3, Portal 3, Team Fortress 3, could now be in the works because the Source 2 engine is now live. Another thing with the engines, Unreal, or Epic, I guess, have given away Unreal Engine 4 for nothing to anybody and everybody, which is pretty impressive, I will say, because there's a lot of stuff in that is being locked away, I guess. So, also, going back to the box, we had the leaked, but then not leaked, honest, thanks to IGN, announcement of Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain will be coming out on September the 1st, worldwide. Unless you're on Steam, in which case it's September 15th. There? That'll probably be another topic soon. Obviously, with GTA and everything, that's sort of relatively topical. So just having a quick look. There was another thing as well regarding Wolfenstein, which actually was a pretty impressive game. Underrated, I would say. The demo that I played back in September of 2013 was not brilliant and didn't seem to have the same sort of feel that the current, the actual release game did. So at least they did manage to get, that working and running good with that. And yeah, the fact is we're now getting, and this is another nice feature that I like, a standalone prequel. So you won't have to have seen Wolfenstein: The New Order to get Wolfenstein: The Old Blood, which I think is coming some point in May. I can't remember if it's early or mid-May. But yeah, it's coming out then. I think it's only coming out digitally on the Xbox One, but we'll get digital and retail releases on PS4 and the PC. We also had the official announcement that Rock Band 4 is making its way to next-gen consoles. So, I guess, I'm guessing all these controllers that people have had can be compatible with the new ones. I mean, Solid will say it won't, because it will, it won't work or anything, but it doesn't surprise me. And I guess the other thing that was sort of revealed as part of all the stuff was, let's just have a quick look. Actually, I don't think there is anything. Well, I thought it was something else. Or is it something that I don't even remember? Probably is something I don't even remember. But yeah, it's been an interesting week, and GDC doesn't always spring a whole lot of big, interesting news. But what with the Shield stuff, what with the Nvidia stuff, what with Steam. I guess they also have started announcing their Steam boxes and the Steam OS and the Steam streaming box thing, which if with the controller is like $100, I think, which is clearly trying to be the competitor to the Nvidia one, which is $200, but obviously it's not offering exactly the same sort of deal. It's, I don't know, it's looking good. I mean, obviously coming up over the next week or so, and I'm going to specify this now, next week's video I am planning to do a little bit later. I think it will be up late on Saturday, because next week is EGX Rezzed, which I'm personally not going to be able to go to, but I'll be probably seeing a lot of reports on what's going on from there. Certainly they're having the Video Game BAFTA Awards, which I'll probably cover on my Sticks and Flicks podcast, which, you know, just search S&S Sticks and Flicks, we'll find it. So that'll be next week. But certainly next week there are some interesting streams that are happening from the guys at Eurogamer. So I need to quickly bring it up to see what's being streamed, because I guess the most notable one is I'm just having a quick look. They've added some stuff while I've been here. The most notable developer session that they're doing, which is going to be streamed live, is Chet. I mean, oh, hang on, I'm going to have to get the details here. I'm just having a quick look. Wow, Goat Simulator on the Xbox One is going to be playable. LA Cops. Yeah, sort of the same game. Shovel Knight. Oh, crossplay. Oh, of course, yeah, they debuted that thing. Okay, that sounded a bit pedantic, but, you know. What's on? That's what I want to know. So there's loads of games, but basically the only thing that I'm going to be able to truly see is the developer sessions. So, yeah, the 1 PM UK time session on the Friday is Chet Falazek saying and talking about Steam VR and the HTC Vive and all that, and seeing, you know, how clearly the next few years of gaming are going to be orientated a bit, at least, towards virtual reality gaming again. And apparently the Steam VR is actually going to be viewable there, you know, for people to try out, which is a shame that I'll miss it. They're doing, the guys from Creative Assembly that do the Total War games will be doing a showcase of how things have changed over the last 15 years since they started on, I think their first game was Medieval Total War 1, and obviously it's gone on to the recently released Attila Total War. Or was it Total War Attila? I can't remember. Dan Marshall will be showcasing The Swindle, which doesn't look too, you know, I don't know too much about that. Titan Souls, which is one of the hype games, that'll be getting a showcase, and also LA Cops, which from what I saw from that back in September, is a nice little quirky sort of retro style game that quite a few people like. Not retro in the sense of like a Metal Slug or things like that, but obviously because it's supposed to be set in a 70s sort of LA atmosphere, it's very harkening back to those detective things of the day. Colin McComb will be showcasing Torment Tides of Numenera, which has been talked about as one of the RPGs that people are looking forward to this year, because obviously there's no confirmation as to whether Final Fantasy is coming out this year. Don't Nod will be showcasing episode 2 of Life is Strange, which apparently is playable on the show floor as well. ArenaNet will be showcasing the expansion pack for Guild Wars 2, Heart of Throne. The studio Playtonic Games, formed from some of the former Rare guys and girls, revealing the rebirth. Well, they're saying the rebirth of the 3D platformer, because obviously they were behind Viva Pinata and Donkey Kong Country and Banjo-Kazooie. Clearly, they can't do any of those again, unless, of course, they're in a partnership and whatever. They might be. And then, of course, as happens every year at the Rezzed shows, there is a special game jam. I'm interested to see what the topic will be, and it won't be obviously made public until whatever it is, but by the looks of it, that is all the developer sessions confirmed. Some of the games that are going to be there are some of the big ones. I guess most notably Bloodborne is going to be there. That's the big one that I guess they're really trying to push. Practically every single Total War game ever is going to be there and playable in some form, because they're doing a big thing with there. Looking through the list of ones that ones that you should keep an eye on in terms of news from the event, or ones you should already be buying because some of these are already out. Hashtag iDarb, very good game. Afro Samurai 2. I don't know why we need it, so that's why I'm intrigued to see what it is there. Amplitude from Sony, or not, well, it's being showcased I think on the Sony booth, but obviously it's I don't know if it's Harmonix or the former guys at Harmonix, but whatever it is, Amplitude was one of my favourite games ever. Well, possibly in the nondescript sort of genre. I guess in the music genre, if you classify it as that. Beyond Eyes is certainly one you should keep an eye out for, and details. Breach and Clear Deadline. The original Breach and Clear is a very good underrated game. Broforce, which it's brilliant that they can showcase it, because it's been out for so long, people think it already exists as a game, but apparently, I guess because it's early access, it doesn't really count that way, so they can do it. Just having a quick look. Obviously, Goat Simulator, as I previously mentioned. Gang Beast, which has been the game that everybody's been wanting to play over the last 2 EGX conventions. It is the one that's had the biggest queue, which is refreshing considering that last year they had Alien Isolation, and the one that had the most people probably, obviously even though it was a small booth, but towards the end of the last day, there was nobody outside the Alien stuff. You could just walk straight in. And then with the Gang Beast one, there was just a crowd around the one television. That tells you everything. Hatful Boyfriend is going to be there. You know, whatever. Hotline Miami 2, which seems a bit odd considering it's coming out 2 days before, but I guess that's trying to hook in for people that haven't already bought it yet. Heroes of the Storm, I Am Bread. Just having a quick look. LA Cops. Previously mentioned Life is Strange. Monstrum, that I've heard quite a lot of interest about. Not a Hero and Nuclear Throne. Overruled. Wow. Quite a few. Obviously, Shovel Knight. Smite is going to be there, apparently on Xbox One. Okay. That's a bit different. So yeah, looking at it, Room 3, oh my god, I love the Room games. Well, only because I've played them here on this tablet. I need to start talking about tablet games soon. That might be a topic in the next few weeks. Talos Principle, which is always good. Volume from Mike Biffle, which looks really good. Then you've got the indie games. There's one which is like puzzle wrestling. I need to see, where is it? Hang on. I'll find it because it's got a great title. Pro Puzzle Wrestling. It's basically sort of Candy Crush Saga meets pro wrestling. So I really hope Owen isn't watching this. You might want to check that out, Owen. There was one weird one that I vaguely remember seeing. Yeah, Screen Sheet is, even though it's out obviously as early stuff, that's part of the Left Field collection. And then also Taffaboss, an immersive coffin experience. So, yeah. Basically... Okay, so by the looks of it, from the pictures that I'm seeing here, it's you lie in a coffin with an Oculus Rift on your head. And it's basically the experience of you being buried alive. That prospect alone makes me want to go there, but due to other commitments and everything, I won't be able to. But it's brilliant. Just because of that, I want the coffin to be at EGX itself. I'm going to start the campaign. Let's have, what is it, Tafaboss Immersive Coffin Experience at EGX in Birmingham in September. Because this, if virtual reality is the future of gaming, like apparently Sony and Samsung and Google and Valve and HTC think so, the best thing you can do is go, what happens if I don't actually die but then get buried? Can I be like the bride in Kill Bill? I guess we'll have to see. So, I will probably give my thoughts on some of the EGX stuff next week, but I think the main thing, and yeah, because I've been leaving it for too long, it's time to talk tablet gaming. Now, I've been very dismissive of it in the past, but oh my word, I think I've been converted.